Hello everyone, welcome to Engineering Scale Models. I am Jason, your host, and I do models, electronics, and Nintendo Switches, and do a lot of diagnostic work too on different items for troubleshooting purposes and to learn how things work. So we are going to do some stuff here. I need to change this stream name. Did not do that. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, let's change that. That should be better. Okay, so again, Engineering Scale Models. I'm Jason, your host, and I do models. We're going to wait for some people to get in here. If you're watching this back on replay, thank you so much. It's going to be getting fully started here. First, yesterday I made a video, a little Christmas video, because it is almost Christmas here in 2020. And I will go here and I made a Christmas tree. I normally have a Christmas tree on my bench this time of year, and normally it gets decorated with these balls right here. And I thought that I would make an electronics tree. So as you can see in the top corner, I put all these little modules around the Christmas tree, and I did a little video just talking about it, and you can see little Christmas tree with all the electronics for the workbench. So that is that. So that was a little project I worked on. I'm having a little difficulty coming up with content, guys. Just having a little bit of an issue. I took that week off, and now I feel like I'm stuck, and I don't have any. I have stuff I can do, but I don't have a starting point to move forward. And the last few videos I filmed were just not up to the standard of videos that I would normally film. So I held off on. I deleted a few. I have a couple, like the decorating the Christmas tree, and I did my basic electronics, the diodes. I have that filmed. That'll be coming out this coming week. I forget this is live sometimes. So today we have two Nintendo Switches. One needs trace repair by P13 USB chip. So when some more people get in the video, I will start one of these. There's that alarm. If you watch my videos, you know about it. It is annoying. It is for a purpose, though. So here is the. Well, it's probably best I show you under the scope. So let's dump that camera and pull up that camera. And if you look right there, is the one I need to do a trace repair on. The wire is already there. I'll zoom in more and get better light when I get to the repair. I'll light up now. So that needs trace repair. I'm also looking at getting an Omnivice. Phil, the coder, actually sent me a link to it, and it actually looks like it would be helpful. I looked at them in the past, but I didn't think I had the height for my microscope to actually do that. See if we can see the scope here. If you look, see, I have that much working height. That's all the way up, is that much working height. My measuring stick is missing. This is why you don't have kids touch your stuff. Anyways, it's probably about 12 inches of working space, maybe 10. And then I can actually go down here lower and get closer for a better zoom. Currently I'm using this vise system here to hold my boards, but it does have that free moving. It's designed for jewelry and engraving. I built my unit that hangs over the bench for ports and stuff, that holds the board, that clips on, and I can slide the scope out. But if I get an Omni vise, I can actually raise this arm that this is on. This is on an arm, a boom arm that comes off to the side here. I can actually raise that up higher and then get more working height. And then I feel I could use the Omni vise pretty effectively. So let me just get this camera set back up, guys. Sorry about all the movement. So that is a purchase, hopefully before the end of the year, that I can purchase. So $75 US on Amazon. So alright, so yeah, so we're waiting on some more people, see if they show up in the stream, and then we're going to look at that. We're also going to look at a wire here. Let me just pull something up. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm going to look at the wire. Hey Phil, how's it going, Jaden? I just sent you a message, Phil. Apparently you're in here. So I'm going to look at this wire for Phil. He wants to build a breakout cable for a USB-C port for his Nintendo Switches to run off the power supply, and he needs to know which wire goes to what point, and I happen to have a bad cable here. I think this is the bad cable. Let's check to see if it's the bad cable. Yep, that's the bad cable. Let's just double check it with this one. Yeah, this is just a bad cable. Now, my box of organized cables, guys. Okay. Now, this is just power, and I'm assuming, hey Dave, hey Jaden, how's it going? This is just power, so this is exactly what you need. So you need to know what the wires are in here. And I'm assuming it's just going to be a plus and a minus wire. Could possibly be 2 data lines, but I doubt it. So, and you want to know what pins they go to? Because if you just have a black and a red wire, let me pull up this cool little nifty program that I have for Windows that I got. I'm going to go to monitor 2. This is Electronics Toolbox, and if you go to, this has all different kinds of stuff. You can do math with it. I got flux on my hand. Different kinds of things, and it's a quick little reference. But if you come here, you go to PC Mac, and you go to USB-C. Where's it at? USB Type C. And if you look, if you tie black to pin A1, which is going to be right here, and if you tie, where's plus at? That's V bus. And pin 12 is B12 is ground, A12 is ground, and B1 is ground. So you have 4 ground points. And then I'm going to say your V bus, pin 9 on the bottom, and pin 4 on the bottom, and also pin 4 on the top and pin 9 on the top. So you'd have ground, and then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be power. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 ground, and then ground 1, 2, 3, 4 power, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you should have power, and then 1, 2, 3, and then this last one is ground. You already have the male connector on the cable. Well, then it's just... Yeah, it's just black is negative and red is positive. But that's basically what it's going to be. How many wires are in your cable? Did you hack up your actual power supply? Is that what you're saying? Because if you hacked up your actual power supply, I'm not going to help you with that. Because I only have this one cable I can destroy. And I don't have any other USB stuff. Because I'm assuming you just want power. Oh no, the color code's the same. Your black is negative and your red is positive. That's going to be standard. I don't have a USB-C cable I can tear apart. And I don't have that breakout board yet for the USB-C connector. But if you take your male connector, so take your switch. Let's just take this one for example. Okay, take your switch, and you have the male connector. Oh, I don't even have the camera on. Wow. So you take your switch and you take the male connector. Okay. You take your male connector with the wires sticking out, so you don't know which one the wires are, so you're not confused on what the wires are. Plug it into your switch, and then touch the end of the wire. So I'm going to do this here. I'm going to take my black and my positive here, and I'm going to attempt to do this without the scope. It's on continuity mode. Is it connected? It is. Let's put it on the screen. So it beeps. So if I touch the middle here, if I touch the middle, and then I come in here and I touch, this is going to make it difficult. Okay, let's try it this way. I'm determined to show you this. There we go, this one will look better. So if I come in here with this cable, and I plug this in, and I shove my test lead into the positive pin, and I come over to the scope. My bench is starting to look like yours, Phil. And I come over to the scope here. Where's the USB-C port? Now, I technically should get positive. I should get continuity on pin 4. Yep, see, pin 4 is power. Oh my god, no scope either. Seriously? This is turning out to be a nightmare. Okay, so if I come in here, positive is pin 4. It should also be this pin there. So there's your positive. Same with the pins underneath. And then if I touch the shell, I should have ground. And there. So that's what you do. So you grab your wires to your cable, and you touch those pins, the inner pins. Yeah, it'll charge without USB detect. I can plug this into my power supply and hook a battery up to it, and it'll draw current here. Let me show you that. Let's go ahead and show you that real quick. So let's turn on the power supply. Let's get out my dodgy setup here. I'm not a fan of this setup, but we're going to do it anyways. Is this cable? No, that's not the cable I need. So I need to hijack some cables. Okay, so let me just grab a piece here for a second. Let me see, where is that drawer? Nope, it's not there. I have a drawer with all the connectors in it. Oh, that is weird. That is very strange. There we go. Found them. Okay, so I'm going to take this connector off of here because it's the wrong one, and it'll take too long to make a new cable. So I'll just take this one off. So if I come in here, take that off, and I put it on this one. Make sure I get the polarity right. All right. Let's just check this, make sure the outer shell is ground. Yep, and the pin in the middle should be positive. Yep, okay, so that's correct. So if I take this and I plug this into my power supply here into number 2, and I come in here and I set my number 2 voltage to 5 volts. 5 volts, I'm going to change the amperage to 1.5 amps. Okay, let's see if we can put the power supply on the screen here. So, and then I'm going to take this cable and I'm going to plug it into this cable, and I'll show you this 2 different ways so you know that it's working. So if I take this battery, plug it in, and I take this USB and I plug it in here, it draws 15 volts and 198 milliamps. Okay, because this battery's almost full, and this board is the one with the bad USB port, so that's a bad example. Where is my one that actually charges? Here it is. So, okay, one more time. I got the right switch this time. So if I plug this in here, I get 329 milliamps at 15 volts. Everybody sees that? Okay, so if I unhook this and I plug in the power supply and I connect the power supply to the computer and open that. Okay, and then if I put up the power supply, power. Okay, so it's at 5 volts, 1.5 amps, and now this is not on. If I turn it on, it is at 4 volts and it's drawing about 200. So if I reset this, So now it's not going to work for me. 23 milliamps, 30 milliamps. What does it do without the meter? What does it draw then? Yeah, it draws absolutely nothing. Okay. So let's try 15 volts. Let's try 15 volts. So 15 volts, there's 15 volts at the connector. And I don't know why that's giving me errors. So 15 volts at the connector. And if I plug it in. Okay, yeah, it's going to call me a liar, so you do need USB detect. But I basically need to make a cable. Yeah, see, I do think you're going to need the USB detect. I thought I had this working, but I rigged it a little bit differently than I did this time, and I'm trying to remember what I did. How you got the 941? Are you kidding me? I don't know, I need to just check this. That electronics toolbox, I think it's $5 on Microsoft, but it's worth it. It does math for you, and anything that does math is worth any amount of money. So, no, I'm at $5.97. No, I'm at $5.97 on my dashboard. Oh, you trolled me. That's lovely. Don't make me break out the thermal camera on screen. I will do it. I will break out the thermal camera on screen. Okay, so yeah, you're going to need the USB detect. I thought that with going through this power meter, I would get USB detect. Power. Yeah, I thought the meter would give me USB detect. That is strange. That is strange why the thing won't give me. I definitely had this working. And I definitely had to go through the meter. So I'm not sure why it's not working now. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working now. Let me just make sure I didn't blow anything on the board. No, it's still drawing it from the main power supply. Okay, well, I definitely thought this meter, maybe I used one of my different meters that has detect in it, built into it. I don't have some stuff here. Let's... Well, I'm not going to get into the intricacies of using different meters, but if you have a meter that can fake the USB detect, then you should be able to hook it up to the power supply. But that's the thing, you have to get it to fake the USB detect. And I think this meter I have here will do that. This is a different type of power. This is USB. And I think if I plug it into USB, it would give me the USB detect. But for some reason, this one won't do that. Another reason this meter sucks. Not a fan of that. All I can say is try it with your meter. Yeah, I figured you were doing something like that, Phil. But you know what? That's fine. I figured I'd check it. You know, I got a whole 3 viewers, so and it looks like they're all possibly in chat, so that's exciting. But anyways, we came here for the Nintendo Switch thing. So I tried Phil. That didn't work out. I'll try it with different meters off camera and see if I can get it to work. So I just want to share with you that I have all this solder wick that I am in a lifetime supply of solder wick. I have a 50-foot roll of 2 mil, a 25-foot roll of 2 mil, 50 foot of, I believe this is 3, and then 2 25-foot rolls of, I believe this is 2.5. So, yeah. So, hey David, how you doing? Yeah, so I have enough solder wick to, and I have some 1.5 coming because my original order wasn't done correctly. Either the machine was loaded incorrectly or someone didn't press the buttons right. So I have all this solder wick, and I am going to be doing tests with it to see what is better. These are supposedly the same thing. I'm not sure what the difference between the chem wick and the solder wick is. When we ordered this stuff, I always never paid attention to the name. Let's see what the two look like under the scope. So, there we go. So that's what the two look like under the scope. So, they look pretty similar. Yeah, it looks pretty similar. I don't know. One may have more flux in it than the other, but they both say rosin. They're both the same size, but one's chem wick and one's solder wick. And I'm not sure the difference. I mean, I've used both at work before. I mean, I don't know if they're interchangeable and they change their name, but I mean, the braids look maybe a little tighter on the solder wick one, but that's hard to say. I don't know. But I think this is the 2.5 millimeter. Let's see. They're out here. Let's see what this is. This is American solder, so it's not going to be in English. So that's that. So let's check this here. This is 1.8 millimeter. And about 1.8 millimeter. What is this here? This is about 2.5. This should be right on 2 millimeter. This is 1.82. So these two are supposedly the same. Let's take a look at the difference between these two. Alright. So, where's the scope at? So, other than shininess, they look the same too. And again, these were used interchangeably at work. So, I'm not sure. But I'm going to try this new MG chemical stuff that we switched to. I want to see how that works. Put it with all the wick. But I got some 1.5 and some 0.8. The 0.8 I had to go elsewhere for. But should be good. We can dump power. I don't know why this is not reading correctly. It's just weird. There it goes. Okay, so that's solder wick, so we'll leave that there. Turn off those. Okay, so here's the two options we have. We have the my chemicals is pretty yeah, your chemicals. Yeah, they all have a coating of flux, but it depends on the rosin ratio in the flux. I believe the MG Chemicals in the Chemwick, they use a dry flux that liquefies when heated. It's like a powdery substance that's weaved into the braids. All right, so here is the number 2 switch that needs the jumper wire on P13 done. So I might ease into this one. So that needs to be put there and then routed to there. I'm going to have to definitely zoom in for this. And then I need to pull this filter off to get the wire ran. I might just scrape back that trace and do it to the trace, because I still have a little bit of pad here that I could tack down with UV mask and then just add a little bit of jumper wire to it. Let's raise this up. This is where the Omnivice would come in handy, because then I could get closer to the board. I also, just to troll Phil, I ordered another iFixit kit, so that's going to be fun. Just to show it off, I ordered another iFixit kit. Technically it was free, so I'm not really worried about it. But I got the one with the big handle, the Manta or whatever. Yeah, I got the Manta one, so it comes with like one big driver and another one of these little drivers, which, I don't know, it sounds pretty cool. But I ordered some stuff from iFixit, and I had a $75 coupon on Cyber Monday, so I used it to get that kit. So, yeah, I think it'd be nice to have another one of these little ones, and then the big one looks pretty cool for taking apart bigger things. So, I think it's going to work out. So, this is the trace that we can see it better now. So, that's going to end up going there. But, there's still a little bit of a nub there. I don't know. So, I'm still going to run the wire. So that's that one. So that is that one that needs to be worked on. And then we have this one over here, number 3, that has a few things wrong with it. It has a mangled port that I personally did that myself to it. I wrecked that port. It looks like there's a pin right there too. I don't know. I mangled that. That was all me. You can see the back of it here, where I melted it all real good. So that was my first port change, and I mangled it pretty good. So that needs to be changed. And I actually got a port. So I have a port, and actually have 4 ports. Thank you, eBay and expensive prices while I wait for my parts. And then this one also needs these pins in the LCD connector. The LCD connector needs to be replaced. So there is my options to do. So I'm not sure where I should start. What do you guys think? What should I start with? Yeah, I think I got some fake Amtech from a reputable supplier, or supposedly reputable supplier. This is how the Amtech came. I ordered Amtech and it came in this syringe with no label on it. So, and it was from a company that I will not name, but they are supposedly claim they sell Amtech flux. So I'm not 100% sure. Okay. So what do you guys think? Trace repair first or LCD connector and USB port? What do you guys think? Okay. Well, I'll let you guys mull it over, and then I will get ready for whatever it is. So, you guys pick something that you think I can do, because I am new and I really don't know what I'm doing. So, you know, don't be like, oh, I want to see him struggle through an LCD connector. I'm not Phil. Don't do that to me. You know, I don't see what you're talking about, Phil, on this LCD connector. Where are the stuff that you can't put low melt solder at? Where am I supposed to be? What am I concerned about adding low melt solder to this? I don't get it. That's the exact truth. Yeah, see, this one it wouldn't connect to dock. Everything worked fine. It charged both ways. Okay, Jaden wants to see me do the LCD connector. The filter's below the connector. Can you describe where the filters below the connector are? I'll make it bigger so you can see it. Where are the what filters? I see this component right here, and these two components, but I'm not seeing what I'm looking at here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this this nasty thermal paste that someone just splurged all over the place. Okay, so, and I'm going to get my iFixit kit here, and I'm going to pop that NAND. Is this seriously like glued down? What? Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, that's not going to come off. That's weird. That was like extra tight on there. Above EMC. Yeah, I know. Like, I have a board that has them on there on number 1, but this one doesn't have them. So this is a second revision, I believe. So it doesn't have them. So let's work here on this and see what we can do. So put that away. Alright, so I'll close up my box. Alright, so put that there. Okay, so this should give me the whole connector in view. Nope, not quite yet. So this should give me the whole connector. Yep, that would should be the whole connector. Alright, Phil. Okay, so I am going to low melt this solder just because I can do it, and I am not going to use chip quick. I am going to use a new low melt that I have that I probably already didn't label and lost. No, I found it. So this is SMD alloy. It is it's not the right camera. Okay, so this is 247 solder SMD alloy. It's supposed to be a low melt SMD removal alloy. I believe they said 163 is what it melts at C. So we are gonna give it a go. This stuff is dirt cheap. So let's turn on my station. Make sure that one's not plugged in. So I'm using my Hacko FX9 51 with my micro pencil that yeah, we're just going to use a micro pencil here. There's cables and stuff on it. That's not organized of me. Oops, I clicked something. Okay, there we go. So let's see here. Alright, so I'm gonna come in here. Okay, that's not a problem. So I can put low melt on these pins here. Need a little bit of flux on there, so I'm going to use this cheap garbage. And I am actually going to switch to a knife edge. So, I'm going to try this here. Jump from the PC. Okay, so we're going to clean the tip. And we're going to turn on the fume extractor. And I'm going to mix this in there. Okay, I'm going to come around to this other side here. And do the same thing. too much, but we're going to mix it in. What would you recommend airspeed and air temp on, and pulling this connector off and putting it back on? I got the blob on there now. Alright. I'll put this away before I mix it up with actual solder. Okay, so 420, about 40. Okay, so I'm going to spin this back around, get it under the scope so I can see it. I'm going to get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so okay, so let's see here. I'm going to pull it from I'm going to attempt to pull it from the... No, I'm just going to remove it from the top. Got a low melt my ass. That shit didn't work. Yeah, it's coming off in pieces. Goes. Okay, so you probably saw what the pads look like before I did. Doesn't look too bad. I didn't pull any. That's always a good sign. I didn't knock any of those components off. And everything on the back of the board's still there, apparently. So, yeah, that low melt did jack. Okay, so let me get, what I want to do, I want a different soldering iron. So I'm going to pull this one out, and I'm going to plug this one in. And what tip do I want? And that tip will work. Okay, so let's get some flexi. some solder. All right. Let me clean the area here. See, that fake Amtech stuff goos up like crazy. Hey Chris, how's it going? Just try to keep on no joy. Yeah. Oh, hey Philip, how's it going? Wow, I'm way behind on chat. Yeah, the whole low melt thing. So, yeah, I don't even know how to check to see how many people liked it. 3 likes, it says. It doesn't say anything about dislikes, Phil. Disliker. Okay, now the trick is for me to put this new connector on, because it's not going to work without the new connector. Okay, so I'm going to have to wick that because of the nasty low melt that I used, which was probably a stupid idea. Okay, I'm getting flux everywhere on my bench. Put my hand in it later, and that's not going to make me happy. Alright, so let's get my iron here. Alright, so there's that. The solder wick actually works pretty good. You see how well that solder wick worked, Phil? Let me do it bigger. There we go, sorry about that. Yeah, that's what I would do, just cut the official charger. That should work. I still don't think you're going to have the detect. I think the detect is that depends on how you wire it. Components are still there. Let's just add a bit of solder to the pads. Alright, let's clean that up. See, I don't think Amtech is supposed to turn black like that in GUI. I ordered some of that King Bow. It'll be here like Monday. I'm going to do a comparison. Okay, so I am going to go out just a bit. Can I go out just a bit? Yes, I can. Alright, so I'm going to go out to there. Get my light right. Alright, let me get a connector. Sure this is the right connector. Black with a white one? It is. So I'm going to put my chip quick down on here. Make it a mess. So I got leaded solder, and then let's get this connector on there. Okay, so it's going to go that way. I think that looks pretty good. Everybody's opinion on how that looks? What's everybody's thoughts on that? What solder? I use Kester solder, 0.8, I believe. You could just remove the port from the amp meter and connect it directly. Yeah, that's true. You could do that. How is it hard to tell? It's like the pins are lined up perfectly. How is that hard to tell? Are you serious? Let me take the meter off. How are you not seeing that? Okay, it looks good. Alright, so let me just move it back just a smidge. Okay, so same airflow? I haven't soldered it yet. I'm soldering it now. Oh no, 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 no. No. Oh, that stunk. Okay, let's try this again. Ouch. That's hard. I don't see how you do this, Phil. I had it, and then I tried to go for perfection. Alright. Can't get it lined back up. Oh, this is a nightmare. Why did you convince me I could do this, Phil? Okay. Alright. I think that's down. I think. I'm going to let that cool down. Yeah. It looks a little off to me. Looking at let's see if it's connected even. No, it's not even connected. So let me. Alright, I think that might be soldered. Okay, so let's check it now. Nope, that side's not soldered down at all. The whole thing's a little bit off. Yep, that's not soldered. So maybe I can get this one side to stick, and I'll be okay. Yeah, this is a lot worse than I imagined it would be. Alright, I think that might be it there. So, yeah, I held it down. Hopefully that did it. Yeah, it's down now. Yeah, it's down. So, hopefully I didn't wreck the port. The connector, I mean. It's just a smidge out of alignment, but I think it's going to be okay. The latch still works. It's full of flux. It'll have to go through the cleaner. But I'll get it cleaned up, and that should be that done. So that was my first LCD connector. I've never done that before. I've watched Phil do it twice, but I've never tried that. That was not fun. But, you know, practice makes perfect, so hopefully this won't be like the first board and become a permanent practice board for me. So that is the LCD connector, if I can find it again. It doesn't look too bad. It's got very nasty flux all over it. I'll start breaking that down. Just want to clean this up a little bit more here. Break down some of that flux. Alright, so I am gonna take this and I am going to I can't see with the light in my way. There we go. Right there. I'm just putting in the ultrasonic cleaner, just that connector for a little bit. It's just alcohol in the connector. If I'm bumping the camera, I'm sorry. The ultrasonic cleaner's in a weird spot. Just want to get all the gunk out of that connector. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. If I didn't say hi to you, hello. I was more concentrating on the connector than in chat. So this won't be much longer. Alright, that's probably good. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's put the flux up. Alright, so let's clean up some more of this. Alright, now I'll blow some of this out. Yeah, that's empty. Oh, that's very strange. Okay, I definitely think my son has been into my air duster. Because cans are empty and cans are missing, so I definitely think he sprays my alcohol everywhere. Thinks he's sanitizing things. Okay, I did. Cool. Thank you. I do have a little air compressor from my airbrushing days that I want to put on the side of the bench here. I already have a spot for it. And it has a great filter on it that I can blow out filtered air basically. And dry boards and, clean screens and stuff like that. So let's take another look at this under the scope here. So let's go here. So it looks better than the last one. Before I put a screen in it, I'll run it through the ultrasonic one more time just to make sure it's all gooey and all out of there. So, well, let's check this here. Oh, that's the first time I've done it. It's just a smidge off, but I'll get it next time with practice. Oh, let's check the bottom of the board and see if I messed anything up. We didn't think about that. That is the bottom of the board. And I definitely floated a few things, but I don't appear to have knocked anything off. So I'll have to look at the picture to make sure that this is correct. But I don't think I knocked anything off. I think I just floated a few things. So okay, Phil. Alright. Is Phil still here? Well, 8 viewers, that's pretty good. So I appreciate everyone who has come by from Phil's channel and joined my channel. I appreciate it. I plan on doing more things like this. I can't stream every day, and I really can only stream at this time of day while the house is asleep. Otherwise, I would have non-stop interruptions. I plan on some more videos coming out. I have filmer's block, which means I can't come up with content at the moment. So I'm just going to focus on doing the live streams and this stuff here. But that's it for today. My knee gives me about an hour, and it has been an hour and 20 minutes. So that's about all I can do, guys. Thank you so much. This will be featured in an upcoming video to see if that port works. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and thank you.